Hey everyone, it's Eric here from Lapfix. Got another repair for you guys today. Hope you guys are doing all well. So we have this MacBook here. You can see it's already open and stuff. I wanted to take a look at it and see really what was going on. See if it would be an interesting video for you guys. And of course it always is, but I always want to make sure, so you guys get the best content I can possibly do. We have this one. This is the A2251 MacBook Pro. This one actually has 4 USB ports. I actually realized that there are 3 models from 2020, not 2 models, but I think I already knew that. There is a model actually for the 4 USB ports, there's a model for the 2 USB ports, and then there's a M1 from 2020. So this is the Intel one that has 4 USB ports. It's funny because I actually just started making another video. It's funny because I actually just made another video about the other model of this one, the 2289, which had, I think, 2, if I'm not mistaken. Let me see. Yeah, it had 2 USB ports. I was like, wait, I know there was at least 1 model, but then there's 2. Wait, no, there's 3. So I was like, I know they made an Intel model for 2020. I thought it was just 1, but obviously there's more ports. That changes the model number supposedly, so there's probably more going on. Obviously, because of that, actually, it makes for a more interesting video, right? So we're gonna be taking a look at this today. I have it out, but this is a nice one here, and that doesn't matter why, because there's more possible issues, right? We made a lot of videos about repairing like the short on the USB-C circuit or replacing the CD3217 B12 and CD3215s and all the other goodness for that. And it kind of looks like this is going to be another similar one because there are multiple ports, right? So for this board, when you have these type of boards, they have 2 sides of the USB-C ports, right? So they have a connection that actually goes on the one side here. And you can see it, this is where this little connection is on the side, and you have the same one where I have it connected over here on this side. So if you have 2, right, you need lots of USB-C ICs to make them work. So if we plug this in, let's see what we're going to go ahead and get here. So we plug it in, so we can get about 5 volts. It's going to climb to about 0.43 amps, and that's it. Our ISLs actually get warm. Our processor actually does get warm. So something's going on there, but there's no, it's not getting its typical voltage where it should be getting about 20 volts, right? That's what we should be seeing to turn on, and I wonder why. So let's go into the microscope real quick. I'm going to go ahead and go under there. So you have your USB-C connection here, right? And this is where it's plugged in. We can remove that now, but just for a show. And you have these ICs over here. There's the CD3217 B12s. They regulate the voltage there. They do a lot of things, right? Because the USB-C is what? So USB-C is what? It's a power line and a data line at the same time. It's not gonna be like a normal barrel, a DC jack. These are USB-C, so there's power and data going through it. So there's a high voltage power line right next to a high bandwidth data line, and there can be lots of problems with that too, right? Because it's not just charging the laptop. You can use it for USBs, you can use it for display, you can use it for lots of other things. So now for them, because you do have multiple ports, you're gonna have multiple of these chips everywhere. So we saw 2 on that side. I don't see anything here, and we also have 1 over here on the other side. And if I flip it over, there will be actually another one. There'll be another one over here. So we have 4 of these total. Now the thing is, if we have a nice set of pair over here, right? And just say this jack is fine over here. We have the good pair over here. There's nothing wrong with this pair. That's great. We actually do need not only those 2 to work, you also have to have the other ones over here working. And you're going to have a problem on this one, for instance, because if you can see it right now, there's actually corrosion around this area. So even though the one side is actually working, then we do have a short that's actually over here. And if you can see it even along close to this whole entire area, it looks like it'd be impacted. Most likely if it's in this area, it's going to be under this chip, the CD3217. And it's very easy for liquid to get in because obviously there's an extra hole there, and it's gonna be easy because there's a port, right? And a lot of people get a lot of damage on the port areas because it's just easy access for liquid to fall in, right? Liquid can find its way in cracks anyway, but that just makes it even easier. See, this one looks to be pretty clean. Yeah, that seems to be fine. You're probably thinking, well, there's so many of them, there's probably just fail safes, right? No. Well, no, at least not the way Apple intends them to do. Basically, you have to have all of them working, really, to have a working laptop, and it makes a big deal. What we need to do is we can obviously see this corrosion here. Let's see if I can tilt it to the side so you guys can actually see probably under the BGA chip. You can see under the chip, there actually is a little bit of corrosion under there, and that's going to be a problem. So we can do two things. We need to clean up this area, obviously, because it is impacted area, and we can do a reflow of the chip, and what that can do is it can clean it up underneath, and then it can reestablish the solder that's there, especially if it's like broken solder because of corrosion. Otherwise, we can just do a full replacement. So we did clean up the area. We did replace the USB-C IC that we saw that was impacted. However, it was still giving a problem. So since we did that, we're going to also put it through the ultrasonic, which we already did. And we wanted to see if that would help, because obviously if there's liquid damage, there could be other areas that could have been impacted. We want to make sure that the areas that were impacted, clearly with corrosion there, we did fix up before we put that in, because that's always important. You always want to fix before you want to put any components knocked or something else going on. Now we did get it back, and we still had a problem with it. Even after we did put it through the ultrasonic, we actually did get a little bit of help from our thermal cam, and we actually did see that this major IC chip is a U7650 and was impacted, and now we have to do a replacement. We see it's a U7650. One of those major ICs. It's pretty close to where the fan connection is there. We got PB5V, G3S. We got lots of other things going on there. Lots of stuff, major IC. So we have to do a replacement. Let's show you guys that real quick. Okay, so let's start with the replacement. We're just going to be adding some flux. We're using hot air. Just a simple removal process there. And we're going to go ahead and put down the new one. Make sure you line it up. It's really important. You make sure those pins connect. So you want to make sure they actually line up perfectly. And we'll put it in. There you go. And let's test it out. Alright, so let's go test it out. Plug it in. The 5 volts should change. There you go, there's our 20. Very nice amps there. Should be coming on. There you go. Apple logo. Looks good. Anyways, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video on fixing the MacBook Pro A2251 model. If you did like this video, please leave a like. It really does help us a lot. We have lots of liquid spill repairs, board level repairs, data recoveries on this channel. If you're interested in that, we do lots of fixes. We also do pretty cool tech talks and just showing you guys like cool stuff, software updates and other stuff, especially for MacBooks. If you're interested, definitely subscribe. We got lots of stuff. We have stuff coming all the time, especially on different platforms too. If you're interested in any other platform, whatever platform you use YouTube now, right? So I guess that would really be a major platform. But hope you guys are watching. Thanks a lot for joining the journey with us today, and see you guys next video. Bye.